High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darling's Auto Group. You'll do better at Darling's. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Main Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town in Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Eastern Maine Community College, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. Let's get you out to the game.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Pottle Sports Complex here in Hermon, where we begin the 2025 high school fall sports season on Ticket TV. It's a girls Class B contest between two teams very familiar to playing when it comes to the end of the season, but we're here for the season opener between the Hawks and the Eagles. It's Hermon versus Ellsworth tonight on Ticket TV, and our coverage presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a deer. I'm Mark Paulette, joined on the call this evening by Ernie Clark. Game 1 of our fall sports season here on Ticket TV. Coverage brought to you in part by Quirk. We're also brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer. They're hiring for early mornings and late nights. You can start at $17 and up. Search for these locations at jobs.mchire.com. Well, Ernie, like I mentioned, the Hermon Hawks, year over year, it's just reload and reattack, and the same thing has been the case for the Eagles here over the last few falls.
Yeah, they've been the class of Class B North for a while now. Hermon's won 4 of the last 5 Class B North championships. The year they didn't win, 2023, Ellsworth beat Hermon in the regional final. They wind up playing 3 times a year usually.
Yeah.
Last year they met in the twice during the regular season. Ellsworth won both of those games against a very young Hermon team. I know we had them very early in the season, very early September last year as well, and Ellsworth came out and scored 2 goals in like the first half dozen minutes. But then you could watch Hermon get better as the season goes along. They only lost 1 more match during the regular season. That was at Ellsworth, then made it to the state game, beating Madomic Valley of Waldoboro in the Northern Maine final, and lost in the state championship game. Still looking for the first state title. Ellsworth has been their primary nemesis here in the north so far. 10-5-2 last year they went. Hermon went 15-3. You see the standings as they will start to develop.
Take some shape here.
What happens tonight? But last year, Hermon finished second in the division at 15-2 during the regular, 14-2 during the regular season, and Ellsworth wound up with a 10-5-2 record. Ellsworth got hit by some big-time injuries. Lost their goalie essentially as the season started. Lost their leading player, Maya Coffin, early in the season as well. She's now playing at UMaine Farmington, one of the graduating seniors. Hermon also lost a key player. Didn't lose a ton of players. I think they lost 5. Graduated 3 starters. But one of them was Brooke Gallup, who was the player of the year in the Penobscot Valley Conference, first team all-conference. She's now playing at St. Joseph's College in Connecticut, which I'm not sure I knew there was one in Connecticut. But it's a Division III program, and she got the start as a midfielder in the first game of the season for them. So she's
there you go.
Not having to sit around and wait for her turn. It's come immediately. But she's a big loss for the Hawks, but the Hawks have a lot of talent coming back and are still relatively young. And Ellsworth's got some pretty good talent too. So these are 2 teams that should be around the top of the standings as the regular season winds down, and whoever gets the advantage in the head-to-head play will likely finish higher than the other.
Yeah, we'll dive into those rosters coming up in the next segment because as Ernie talked about, the Hermon Hawks, they graduated a couple players, but a strong freshman class led the way for them last year. Those players now with a year of experience under their belt. We'll dive into some of that coming up in the next segment on your pregame show. It's presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Coverage on Ticket TV also presented by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models, plus all of their used makes. Visit darlings.com. It's Ticket TV. It's the Hawks and the Eagles. We're making our way towards the first kickoff of the fall, and it's coming your way next. Don't go anywhere.
I order your vehicle. I appraise your vehicle.
I sell you a vehicle.
I finance your vehicle.
I insure your vehicle.
I protect your vehicle.
I deliver your vehicle.
I order parts for your vehicle.
I repair your vehicle.
I paint your vehicle.
I service your vehicle.
I wash your vehicle.
You'll do better at Darlings.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Get looped, get sold. with Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to the Pottle Sports Complex here in Hermon. Pottle Field, the site of tonight's season opener between the Hawks and the Eagles. Class B soccer here on Ticket TV. It's presented in part by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Ticket TV also presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions at 942-2226. Well, in recent years, of course, we've been coming here for a decade at this point, longer doing games for Ticket TV, but Pottle Sports Complex has been expanding all the time that we've been coming out here. Part of that expansion, too, you start to see signage pop up on the backs of bleachers because the Hawks love to support the big milestones that their athletes achieve, be it 1,000 yards rushing on the gridiron or 100 goals on the soccer pitch. There's a few soccer balls already up there on the stands, and Ernie, they might be having to add another 1 or 2 here in the coming seasons.
Yeah, they've got what certainly is one of the top goal-scoring tandems in the state here as seniors this year, and Madison Stewart and Natalie Tardy. Stewart with 83 career goals, 43 assists. Last year, 29 goals and 7 assists, team leading 29 goals. Tardy, her made it forward, 20 goals and 11 assists last year. Those 11 assists leading the team. She now has 63 goals and 40 assists. So my quick math says 146 goals and 83 assists between the two of them. And
not a bad strike force.
They've been a duo that few teams have been able to stop, and that'll be the task that Ellsworth faces defensively tonight.
And on the other side of things, offensively for the Eagles, they're led by Elizabeth Bowles, who she's a 30-goal scorer in a season in her own right.
Yeah, I don't have her career totals, but she's been a prolific scorer really for 4 years, much as Stewart and Tardy have been for Hermon. Bowles a primary threat working up front with Cameron Clough, who has become quite the playmaker for the Eagles as the wind blows. This is the first game for us, too, of the season, so you got to get used to the elements and all kinds of things like that.
Did a little wider of a split than I intended to do tonight to stab that roster as it was flying away, but we got it.
You're in the soccer spirit, Mark.
Kick save, right?
But, yes. So, I mean, we got some prolific scorers here to highlight on the artificial turf, by the way, which you would assume would be a slight advantage to Hermon, being how it's their home field. But it's a game that's where speed is a big factor, and I think both teams have plenty of it.
Let's take a look now at the team rosters, and we'll begin with the visitors, the Eagles. Get those on the screen here in just a moment, and there's a look at that full roster for head coach Eric Terrell.
Yeah, graduated 10 seniors off last year's squad, but back with a fairly veteran team, 7 seniors, 9 juniors, and a lot of those upperclassmen with considerable experience from last year, in part because of a couple of injuries that one in particular that brought to Allie Bivens in as the goalkeeper very early in the season after the starting goalie got hurt, and so she got a year of extra experience, if you will, that probably hadn't planned on getting as she was the backup goalie starting the season. But again, a veteran and proud Ellsworth team expects to be among the top teams in Class B North, but they also know that they've probably got to get through the team they're playing tonight in order to achieve their ultimate goal.
And as we take a look at the home side, the Hermon Hawks, Ernie, we actually have the starting 11 for the Hawks. You want to tell us how they're lining up here this evening?
Yes, we do. For the Hawks in goal is Becca Balmas, a second-year goalie, junior, started on the varsity for the first time last year, wound up with 10 shutouts during the regular season, 2 shutouts during postseason, allowed just 1 goal in 3 Northern Maine tournament games before they fell in the state game, I believe, to Greeley. On defense, Brooklyn Kelly, a sophomore, Lila Ryan, a junior, Devin Stanley, a junior, and one of the captains, Aaron Selleck, a senior. At midfield, Maya Lancaster, sophomore Ella Johnson, sophomore Peyton Garrett, and senior Tessa Hewitt. So you have 3 sophomores in the midfield.
Yep.
Tons of experience from a year ago. And up front, the pairing of Stewart and Tardy, both of them seniors, as the front line of the 4-4-2 setup for the Hermon Hawks.
Those rosters brought to you by UMaine Online, 60-plus online degree and certificate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. You can apply now, umaine.edu/online. Ticket TV coverage is also brought to you in part by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, they've been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. We'll take a time out here in our pregame show. We're just about 90 seconds away from meeting these teams and getting the festivities underway tonight in Hermon. The Hawks and the Eagles ready to open the 2025 campaign in minutes here from Pottle Field.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road, from work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us, because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Building a new home or garage or expanding your current living space, the Home Planning Center specialist and Hammond Lumber Company are here to help. Bring them your ideas and explore Hammond's digital library of stock drawings for more inspiration. Hammond's drafting department will provide a customized floor plan. Once you approve the design, you'll receive detailed plans and a complete materials list. And when you buy all your materials from them, Hammond will refund all your design fees. To get started, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
For over 80 years, Seaboard Federal Credit Union has been putting its members first. Founded in 1940, we've grown alongside our communities with branches in Bucksport, Ellsworth, and Hermon. We're not a big bank, and we're proud of that. We're member-owned, community-driven, and here to help you build a better financial future. Whether it's saving for a goal, buying your first home, or simply managing everyday life. Seaboard Federal Credit Union, the smart place for your money.
We're back here at Pottle Field in Hermon. The teams being announced on the field. You see the visitors from Ellsworth making their way out there onto the pitch. Our coverage on Ticket TV is brought to you in part by the Furniture Gallery. Shop local at the Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham. Discover a huge selection, financing options, and more. Visit thefurnituregallerymaine.com or email sales@furnituregallerymaine.com. Like them on Facebook today. Ticket TV also brought to you by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. And this broadcast is brought to you by Maine Trailer, your one-stop shop for trailers and shipping containers. Whatever you haul or store, Maine Trailer has you covered. It's Maine Trailer in Hamden and in Auburn. We've got one final timeout in our pregame show. When we come back, it's the kickoff of the 2025 fall high school sports season. Class B North girls soccer between the Eagles and the Hawks. It's right around the corner on Ticket TV.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Looking for your next trailer or shipping container? Come to Main Trailer, your one-stop shop for all your trailer and container needs. We've got a huge selection of trailers for work or play, plus durable shipping containers. We can even customize them to fit your needs. At Main Trailer, we don't just sell, we service what we sell. That means expert repairs, inspections, parts, and registrations all under one roof. So whether you're hauling, storing, or customizing, make your next stop Main Trailer. Main Trailer, the place to buy your next trailer or shipping container. See us today in Hamden or Auburn.
Introductions and anthem behind us. We are now ready for the kickoff in Hermon. The Eagles and the Hawks ready to open the 2025 season here on Ticket TV, where our coverage is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen. The new DQ Fall menu treat is here. Try the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard treat. Enjoy the return of the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard treat. Or taste the new Maple Cookie Shake. Discover the DQ Fall Treat menu before autumn's over. Get them delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor. Mark Paulette on the call of this contest with you tonight. Ernie, you got some keys to the game?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to both teams have to deal with the primary scorers for the other team because they are so explosive. Also got to deal with the pace of the game, too. This will be an up-and-down game, fast-paced on the artificial surface. And we'll see who gets the early jump in this game. Obviously, first game of the season, so a little uncertainty about what's going to happen, but perhaps not. These teams are quite familiar with each other.
Hermon with the ball to open up the contest, and the 40-minute timer is underway.
I should say, we talk about the quality of these programs, and you can kind of see it in the starting lineups where it's a mix of kids from each of the classes or most of the classes. Hermon starting 4 seniors, 3 juniors, and 4 sophomores. And Ellsworth starting 5 seniors, 5 juniors, and 1 freshman. So while graduation losses come every year, younger players get experience and seemingly are always ready to move up to the next level, i.e. the starting lineup, and we have a bunch of those here tonight.
Yeah, and the Hawks in particular, they're a program that just always seem to have a new wave of players ready to come, whether it's at the 8th grade level or, as we were talking about a little bit in the pregame, the freshman, as that one's rattled off the bar. Ellsworth scrambling to try to clear it out of the area. Maya Lancaster inches away from connecting with that crossbar and scoring the first goal of the season for the Hawks.
Yeah, Lancaster, one of those explosive sophomores we mentioned in the midfield. 3 sophomores, Actually, 4 sophomores in the midfield. So that tells you a little bit about the players stepping up, although several of those players started a year ago, but very explosive. And you add those kind of threats along with the front court threats, or the front field threats, the forwards, Stewart and Tardy. And Hermon has a lot of places to go to get offense.
Garrett plays it forward to Ewer. She tries to knock it ahead, but the ball will bounce back to her. On the near side, trying to go down into the corner. It's knocked out of play by Ellsworth. Ewer to throw, bringing it back in. Cross in, right-footed cross, skims over the head of everybody in the area. Now it's a foot race to the ball along the far side. Ellsworth gets there and clears it back up towards the midfield. The all blue shirts hanging out behind that ball. Played up ahead, turning on the spot and getting a snapshot away that time. But collected by Bivens in net.
Yeah, it was Natalie Tardy from about 20 yards right at the junior goalie for Ellsworth, who makes her first stop of the night. Or
Tardy.
late afternoon, I suppose.
Yeah, Tardy, one of the players we highlighted there in that final segment of the pregame. 63 career goals she enters tonight's contest with.
I think the wind is the crosswind, coming from the near side to the far side. Nothing too substantial, but may see a ball curving in the air that gets affected by it.
Eagles trying to advance the ball up towards the midfield area for the first time today, and Hermon says, I don't think so. Played back to Garrett.
Yeah, if Ellsworth's able to get it into a offensive position, Becca Baumas, the Hermon goalie, has to look into the sun, what sun is left as it is going down somewhat rapidly now, and the whole field is soon to be engulfed by shadows.
Stanley giving chase after that one, as is the whole back line for the Hermon defense. A nice little step through there, and Stanley able to draw the whistle as Ellsworth grabbing a little too much of the jersey. Free kick. It looks like Selleck over along the far side of the field in the sun to take it. Booted back up towards the 50-yard line, played down initially by the Hawks, but now a chance for Ellsworth to jump on the ball. They play it forward. Carter trying to play it to a teammate, intercepted. Here come the Hawks in the other direction. Tardy has the ball. She knocks it ahead. Tardy's ahead of everyone. Off to the races. Does she have the finish? Yes, she does. 4 minutes, 8 seconds into the new year. Natalie Tardy opens her scoring campaign, and the Hawks lead it 1-0.
Yeah, it just shows you how quick Hermon can turn midfield stalemate or defense into offense. There's a pass ahead. See a number on that, might have been 10. Nice lead pass down the middle of the field to Tardy. Goes to the left foot, left side to avoid a little bit of the defense and scores the goal. I think that pass from the midfield came from Lila Ryan.
That's how quickly it can happen for the Hawks. One pass and...
Yeah. Madison scored the goal. Madison.
Oh, really?
Stewart with.
We got some rosters.
Yeah, I've got
question then.
Yeah, I've got 18 on the.
So it is Tardy.
It is Tardy.
We have confirmed that she was the goal scorer.
Yeah.
16 on the roster, but 16 on the pitch, I should say. 18 in the roster. Tardy with the goal, and you said Stewart with the assist. There we go. 17-16. 1-0 Hawks.
It's just so much speed out there for Hermon, both up front in the midfield as well.
Free kick here from the back. It'll be taken by an Ellsworth defender and booted up to just shy of the 40-yard line. Booted up the pitch by Bowles, allowing some teammates to chase after it. However, the first to it is Lila Ryan. Players come together. Ryan trying to shield the ball away from the Eagle attacker, and was she able to do so successfully? Yes, she was. Goal kick here for the Hawks. Ticket TV coverage is brought to you in part by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located at 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. For takeout, call 947-5000, and you can visit unos.com.
See the Hermon defenders covering their eyes, or not covering their eyes, but shielding their eyes from the sun there on that restart. that won't be a factor much longer.
You are attacking down the near sideline, taking it towards the corner where it's down in the shadows. You are a right-footed cross into the box. They can't clear it fully. Tardy shot takes a deflection. Does it creep over? No, a mad scramble, and Ellsworth somehow keeps it out. Another ball off the crossbar. Take a look at this replay as the Hawks almost double their lead.
Yep. Ball was sent in, is off a defender, number 17 of Ellsworth and 17 of Hermon. Nearly got the foot on it. Madison Stewart for Hermon.
She thought she was there, but Jaslyn
Smith, the senior for Ellsworth, did just enough to keep it from going in.
There was a split second there, too, where Smith had yet to realize, I think, that her keeper was sprawled on the turf with the ball rolling towards that open goal mouth.
I think Stewart knew that before Smith did. But
yeah.
Smith reacted quickly enough.
Here come the Hawks right back on it. Johnson down the far sideline. Garrett giving chase back towards the midfield. Pokes it away from one Eagle, but Ellsworth jumps onto it. Pass outside is wide and picked off by Ewer. Ewer trying to get around a couple of defenders, gets it in position for Tardy to run onto. Tardy turns, a pass into the middle, and a key interception there by the Eagles D.
You see the midfield is for Hermon pressing the attack after the Hawks get the ball into scoring territory, get numbers up on the offensive end, and on a couple of occasions have taken the passes back out. Haven't been able to convert on those yet, but it's always a threat.
Tardy trying to knock it into her own path again, but sends it back towards the path of Bivens. And you see for the Eagles where Elizabeth Bowles is hanging out in the pitch, she is one of their leading scorers, one of the key threats at the offensive end, but she's having to hang out deep to try to prevent some of these Hermon attacks.
It's also one of their best, if not their best, all-around players, and right now
she's
they
needed
need
at this
her
end.
On defense. Yeah, indeed.
Ewer knocks it away from a defender. Her pass just ahead of Tardy, and there's Bowles sending it beyond midfield in the other direction. Players colliding there. The Eagles maybe looking for a whistle in their direction, but nothing coming. Jumping onto the ball is Carter, trying to shield off a couple defenders.
Yeah, Tessa Ewer right on her and forced the ball out of bounds off Ellsworth.
Ewer, a quick throw, gets it into Lancaster. Lancaster working towards the midfield, now takes it back towards the boundary. Trying to get around her defender, but Peyton Nelson, a nice job holding up. Ewer over to Garrett. Left-footed pass up ahead. Stewart with her back turn, tried to get a shot away. That took a deflection and out of play. And it looks like a corner coming up.
First corner of the contest.
We got Tardy heading off to the far corner in front of the scoreboard to take it. The first corner of the night delivered in just over the outstretched head of Stewart. Ewer chases it down in the corner and out of play.
It'll be another corner for Hermon as they keep the ball in their offensive end.
From the near side this time, and once again it's Tardy with those neon green, neon lime boots over there to deliver the corner. Sneak in a picture-in-picture break here in just a moment, but not with the action down at this end of the pitch. Here's Tardy's right-footed delivery into the area. Bivens got her mitts on it, and the Eagles able to clear up the pitch.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Bivens of reading where the ball was going. A little bit of a breeze affecting it, but she went out into the middle of the goal crease and knocked it free from harm.
Garrett from long range, a little too tall there through the uprights, and as that one floats out of play for an Ellsworth goal kick, we'll send you off to that picture-in-picture, keeping an eye right here on the action at Pottle Field.
When I had first left for college, I was super excited to start pursuing my dreams, and I had met so many amazing people.
How long's that?
My freshman year.
Couple minutes?
Yeah, some days were really hard, balancing work life and classes, but most of them, they were the best of my life, because I had something not everyone gets. A dad inspiring me every step of the way, and I'm so happy to graduate beside you.
your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. brewerfcu.org.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you, and with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities, and right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Back here in Paudle Field, you see the action down at the other end of the pitch for the first time tonight, and nearly a deflection into goal. Take a look at it as we were coming back from the break, as that ball fizzes just wide from what has been the Eagles' best attack through the first 12-plus minutes.
Yeah, good rush led to a corner kick from the right side, and low ball into the crease was tipped by Ellsworth, but not on goal. Good effort there by the Eagles.
Hawks trying to spring a counter the other way. You are giving chase down the sideline, but unable to get there before it crosses the yellow line and out of play. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Acadia Federal Credit Union. Acadia FCU is a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor, and a new location coming to Brewer. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org.
That last opportunity by Ellsworth is when you're Hermon, you're putting on so much offensive pressure. You've got to be a little wary of the counterattack, and that's what Ellsworth was able to do. A long clear and a good run by the Eagles. Got out ahead of the Hermon defense briefly, and it led to the corner kick.
Stewart on the end of the free kick from Selleck, and she drives it into the back of the net. Madison Stewart with her first goal of the year to double the Hawks' lead.
Yeah, a little power play of sorts there. Ball centered in, and Stewart just outmuscled the defender to get control of the ball on the left foot, and then scored back to the right, or actually the left of Bivens, and it's 2-0 Hawks.
So Stewart, that is career goal number 84 after Tardy opened the Hawks scoring campaign in 2025 with her 64th career goal. Look at us, Ernie. We're highlighting the right players in the pregame,
There
it would
you
appear.
go. Well, numbers don't lie sometimes.
Yeah, make it easy on us. Just about 14 minutes gone here in Hermon with the Hawks on top 2-0. Let's see what the response is from the Eagles. A collision, but
that's going to go as a corner kick, I believe.
Yeah. Ellsworth heading over towards the corner.
Number 5, I believe, doing the work there for the Eagles. Kaylee Bagley, senior. He's been on a couple of rushes for Eric Terrell's club.
Clough, left-footed delivery, met a Hawk first. The Eagles will try to scramble to it and keep the action down at this end of the pitch. That delivery's knocked down. Barrett unable to get a foot initially to it, but now does to keep possession with Ellsworth.
You see Bowles in the middle of the offensive action when Ellsworth's able to get a restart in its offensive end. Now she'll throw the ball in from the left wing.
Bowles with that captain armband on the left arm. Looking for a throw towards the near corner, lobs it in. Loose in the box. Ellsworth unable to turn onto it, though, and here come the Hawks. Hermon jumping on the ball in open space. Garrett dribbles around the first defender and bashes it up the middle of the field, trying to find Tardy. It's a foot race now. Tardy towards the corner, gets to it, steps around the first defender, gets around the second. Left-footed shot, curling in. It's off the post. Oh, my goodness. Natalie Tardy nearly had a goal of the year candidate 15 minutes into the season.
Yeah, the contest almost ended right there, but curled it, used the breeze to her advantage as she got the ball into the center of the field and then left-footed it up that top corner of the far post.
We're almost directly behind where that kick came from, too, so you could see the full extent of that curl as it was trying to make a play towards the top left corner.
Yeah, she shot it just a little bit into the wind coming out of the west, which is the bottom of the screen as you look at it, bottom to top, and nearly curled it in, but as it is, more pressure by Hermon.
Here she is back on the ball, knocking it forward. Loose touch there from Johnson, but the Eagles can't clear it.
One difference you see is that when Hermon's able to get more people on the offensive end than Ellsworth is when it gets a chance offensively. They had to keep 5-6 people back because they're so concerned about the speed of Hermon and the counterattack that they didn't want to get burned on that. And so there wasn't a player at the 25 or 30 yard line to be able to receive a pass coming out from near the goal to take the shot. And Hermon's had a couple of those early in the contest.
Here come the Eagles trying to make their way down the far sideline over in front of the Hawk bench. Hermon's there with an interception. Take a look at the school profiles coming up in a moment when we get a break in the action. Here's a effort from long range off the right foot of Bowles, bouncing into the waiting arms of Balmus.
First shot on goal for the Eagles.
Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals. This holiday season, take your office party from nice to unforgettable. Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals bring the fun, the laughs, and the memories your team will love. Don't wait. Book now at flashmemaine.com.
You were bouncing the ball off the foot of a Ellsworth defender to earn Hermon its third corner kick.
3 for the Hawks, 2 for the Eagles here in the first half of the first half. About 2 minutes away from being halfway through the first 40. Tardy once again over there with the bright boots, ready for the delivery. It's brought in deep this time and over the head of everybody. The Eagles first to it. Lancaster trying to keep it alive. A deflection off of her forces the Eagles to make another clearance out near midfield. Ryan passes it forward. Tardy turns and delivers. Garrett. Nice job defensively there by the Eagles. But once again, right back with Hermon. Badgley trying to close out defensively. Now with Garrett. Lancaster out wide, her cross comes in, open player at the back, but unable to settle that touch was Ewer as it pops off her foot and out of play. Now that we have a moment, let's take a look at those school profiles. We'll start off with the visitors from Ellsworth. Ellsworth High School, not too far down the road. Might have some bugs in the system as we'll come back to it, I'm being told. We'll come back to it. We'll get you those school profiles in a moment's time. Meanwhile, the Eagles trying to get some sustained attack going at the offensive end, I should say. There's a 1-on-4 right now for Ellsworth. A shot is away and collected by Balmus. See some of the frustration there with the Ellsworth player throwing her arms up in the air like, what am I to do there in a 1-on-4?
Did well to get a shot on goal in that situation. Didn't have a lot of help coming in from behind. Had to make a play herself.
Correct. Trying for the through ball there. Timely interception by Lambert, the senior in defense. Garrett again with the ball in her control. Looks out wide. Feeding a teammate out there. Cross in, but unable to get the angle as that one squirts behind the goal and out of play. Autumn of Life Home Care is looking to hire reliable, caring workers to help assist clients with daily living activities while remaining in their homes. Flexible schedules. Their office now located at 695 Stillwater Avenue in Old Town. Call 217-6026 and follow them on Facebook. Free kick delivered up in the direction of Bowles and Clough, but it skips by all of them, and Hermon able to jump on it first. You are down in front of us, passing it off to Lancaster in the midfield. The Hawks recycle it from right to left and head up that far sideline once more. Johnson ahead to Garrett. And the whistle comes in. Garrett may have started that move a little too soon. We got a break. Let's take a look at those school profiles. We have found them in the system. Ernie, tell us about Ellsworth.
Yes, 553 the enrollment at Ellsworth High School. Josh Forrest, the athletic administrator. Dan Clifford, the principal for the Eagles. And did you know Ellsworth's historic downtown is home to some of Maine's oldest shops and buildings dating back to the 1800s.
Historic downtown Ellsworth. We'll take a look at Hermon here in just a minute after the Hawks go on this attack. Lancaster and Stewart a give and go. Excuse me, that was Johnson and Stewart. Lancaster with that pass to the interior. A nice spin. Garrett with another one. And on the second spin, loses the ball.
Real good defense there by the Eagles. You can always tell the historic nature of downtown by the number of brick buildings.
It's a good way to go about it.
You don't make brick buildings anymore downtown.
You don't see a lot of them.
No. But if you go back to the history of any of these towns and you look at their downtowns, you'll see a lot of brick buildings from back in the day.
Stewart passing it ahead in the direction of Tardy, intercepted by Ellsworth. The Eagles unable to turn with the ball. That one out of play. And it will stay at this end with Hermon. The Hawks making a couple substitutions, so let's take a look at the Hermon school profile.
567, the enrollment. Rick Sinclair, the athletic administrator, and Brian Walsh, the principal for the Hawks. And did you know that in the early 20th century, Hermon was home to a cheese factory that produced 3 tons of cheese daily, highlighting the town's agricultural and industrial heritage.
Can't say I knew that.
Cranking out the cheese, 3 tons a day.
Up ahead, here's Tardy on the spin. Tardy with control, left-footed shot is snared by Bivens. Tardy did everything there, but Bivens was wise to it in net.
Yeah, pretty powerful shot by Tardy, but Bivens got her eye on it. Could have been a screen situation. There were a couple of players between her and the shot, but read it well and made the sure two-handed catch.
Reload and go again for the Hawks. Another shot on net, that time from about 32 yards away off the foot of Madison Stewart.
Shots on goal of 5-2 right now, but Hermon's also had a couple off the post.
We brought you those school profiles. They are brought to you by Northeast Driving School, the leader in driver training since 1969. Once again, the Hawks. Garrett runs onto it and fires one off the upper body of a Eagle defender. There's another shot on goal, and Bivens again hanging out at that far post.
But you see, again, Hermon working the ball inside, and the drop pass back is setting up the midfielders for some potent attempts.
Tardy looking for an angle to attack, tries to play it forward, but it took a deflection off of Ellsworth, so Bivens has to keep it in at the back. If you're in the mood for mouthwatering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, try Angela's Pizzeria in Bangor and in Hamden.
There's some teamwork there.
A shoelace situation.
Shoe tied and get some help there.
Not easy to do with the oven mitts on.
From Kennedy Lambert, senior and all-conference defender for the Eagles last year.
Bivens skies it down towards midfield. The Hawks, the first to play it out of the air. Quick touch there by Clough, but out of play to Hermon. Thrown into Garrett as she tries to curl towards the midfield. A strong challenge there by Jordan. Stepping up from the back line is Selleck to start this move. At Black Fly Coffee, you can start your day off right. A local coffee shop with drive-thru and mobile ordering, serving the best coffee in the area, along with bagels, bakery items, donuts, and much more at 107 Main Road in Holden, just across the Brewer line. I hope I made the most of the cough button there with a very emphatic sneeze. Maybe you heard that, maybe you didn't. Caught me by surprise as well.
I didn't know whether to say Gesundheit or not, knowing what the
magic of Ticket TV can do.
The audience may have heard or not heard. Aaron Selleck clears the ball out of bounds and throw-in now for Ellsworth on the right wing.
14 and a half minutes remaining in this first half of play. Hermon on top 2-0. Goal from Natalie Tardy, 35:52 remaining in the first half, and a goal from Madison Stewart at 26:51 remaining. They've also hit the post a couple of times, come close on a few others. Thrown in the direction of Bowles. You can see the Eagles trying to work it in to her in the center there, but a lot of blue shirts in the area.
Yeah, Maya Lancaster seems to be getting the primary defensive assignment, but there's plenty of help around just in case.
Garrett with a crunching tackle right through the back of an Eagle to claim the ball. Had to play along the far side, but it'll remain with the Eagles. The Coach House Restaurant and Brewer is your stop for home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and experienced, friendly staff. It's the Coach House with takeout available at 457 Wilson Street in Brewer and thecoachhouserestaurant.com. At Eastern Maine Community College, they know there's no community without the people who build it. Be part of the future. Visit emcc.edu today. Garrett in space, trying to gallop onto the ball, playing a long one up ahead for Tardy, perfectly weighted. Tardy has the keeper out, and Bivens with a diving save. She threw the body in front of the ball to the turf, and thus far, it has worked out well, although I'd like to see a replay as to where on the field she was as Jarrett lobs it wide. Let's see that replay because Bivens was close to that yellow line, if not beyond it.
Good read by Bivens.
All right, she's right at the top of the semicircle. So right at the very edge of the paint.
At worst, it was good anticipation by Bivens there to see the play develop in front of her. Hermon does a lot of those long lead passes again, but with the speed of the team and the artificial turf adding speed to the play, it's about as close to a fast break as you get in soccer.
So another close chance, but a good stop by Bivens to keep the scoreline at 2-0. Garrett left-footed entry in the direction of Lancaster. Can't quite get to it, and the Eagles poke it wide. That'll go out of play for a fourth hot corner. Tardy over to deliver it, just as she has with the first three. Tardy whips it in, a high floating ball over the head of Bivens. Goal line clearance by the Eagles to keep it out. Let's take another look at that one because that was nearly the third goal of the game for Hermon.
Bivens went up for it, but it went beyond her. Tipped by Garrett. Didn't see the number there. Was it 16?
That was tough to tell, but
might have been Anna Herrick, Jr.
A lot of traffic in there. The ball nearly finding its way into the net. Instead, another corner for the Hawks. Delivery from Tardy, and that one hits the goalpost.
See that from the right side, the wind is at the back of the kick on the corner kick. So that one sailed beyond where Bivens could get it. It was Garrett to get a foot on it, but good reaction there by Ellsworth to prevent Hermon's third goal of the game.
Yeah, the Seagull defense gave up the two early goals, but they've done well to keep it right there since.
Having trouble getting some offense generated, though. Nothing. Okay, thanks. That was, as we mentioned, Anna Herrick with the save on that one. On that last play by Hermon.
Timely.
Off the corner kick.
Yeah, timely goal line clearance there for the junior defender. 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Into Tardy, who just leaves the ball behind. Ellsworth trying to turn the other way with it. Clough is given chase, but unable to get there as Kelly watches it out of play and now delivers the throw in.
Yeah, Hermon seems to be able to get all four defenders back when Ellsworth tries a fast break. When they're on offense, you see all 10 Hermon players, not counting the goalie, on the offensive side of the 50-yard line a lot of times. So it's just another reflection of the speed.
Allison Stewart, a freshman with the ball. Her pass picked off.
Allison, the younger sister of Madison. 2 sets of sisters on the Hawks team. The Ewers also. Elsa Ewer, freshman sister of Tessa Ewer, and she'll see some playing time as well.
Tardy gets to her spot. Left-footed shot. Bivens. Did that hit the net? The net moved, but was that her hand?
Well,
the referees seem to be unsure now. They're saying no goal as Hermon's arguing for it. Take a look at the replay. Ball deflects.
It hit the post?
Off the back of the net. Something hit the net. It was either her hand or the ball.
It might have been her hand.
Either way, that ball was, some part of that ball was over the goal line. Unfortunately, we don't have goal line technology to tell you how much of it was. Maybe next year on Ticket TV.
It's just as well. Okay.
I think producer Max
so it
Pottle,
is possible.
yeah,
That's
producer Max
hearing.
Pottle wants to see some goal line technology come to Ticket TV. That was a close one, but still 2-0 our score.
I'll see that again at halftime and just kind of parse that out a little bit more.
Bowles running into space here, trying to get through a couple of defenders. Battling to keep the ball at her feet, knocked over from behind, and finally the whistle comes in. A free kick here for the Eagles with about 7:45 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, that was Brooklyn Kelly on the defense, number 3 for Hermon, fighting fire with fire as they're both players pretty aggressive out there near the 25-yard line, but the call goes against the Hawks, and now a restart from potentially scoring territory for Lizzie Bowles.
Lambert's the one that dropped it, but Bowles coming up to line up this shot from 35 yards out. Bowles with the run-up. Here it is. A strike that is wide left. Balmus had it covered the whole way as that one skips behind. Hartford's Auto Service, located at 62 Liberty Drive in Hermon, does repairs on all makes and models of cars and trucks. With over 3 decades of experience, they can provide routine maintenance, brake and suspension repairs, muffler repairs, and more. Visit the Hartford's Auto Service Facebook page or give them a call at 207-989-6322. Bowles again from long range. Balmus collects it off the turf. UMaine Online offers 60-plus online degree and certificate programs through Maine's flagship university. Apply now, umaine.edu/online. Knocked ahead by Jordan, but only to Balmus at the back. Tardy with a perfect through ball up ahead. Stewart giving chase, but can't quite get there as it rolls out of bounds just in front of her extended right foot.
But just the threat is something that Ellsworth has to think about pretty much all the time.
Back in, Tardy jumps on it, trying to get it to her favored left foot, but taken away nicely by the Eagles. Right back to Tardy off a deflection. She turns towards the middle. Tardy steps around her defender, following the ball across the length of the field. Here's Garrett off the turn, deflection up in the air. Back with Garrett, down in the box, fires one off of Bivens, who then snares it out of the air. How's that for a double act by the Eagles keeper?
Yeah, heck of a play there, up straight up in the air and reaches back behind her before the ball can get to the goal line to make the catch. Best save of the night so far by Allie Bivens, who's up to 9 saves here in the first half.
I was going to say, she's got to be approaching double digits here. She's doing everything in her powers to keep this 2-0 on the scoreboard. Once again, it's Stewart down the near side, trying to get around her defender, find some space. Stewart's right-footed cross, though, is knocked out of play, and that one caught a piece of the defender. Looks like a cramp, actually, with a teammate coming over to stretch it out. Let's go back to the replay of the tickled twine that we were trying to figure out exactly how it got knocked into. You see the ball pop up there.
Yeah, this is not that
Oh,
play.
this is the
save by Bivens.
This is the save that we just saw by Bivens. And still stretching out down on the field. So now we take a look at that earlier play.
This is Garrett, right? To
Yep.
the left of the goal.
Actually,
it's the same one.
Yeah, this might be the play we just watched too.
Yeah. We got that one figured out.
Yeah. That was a highlight reel save from Allie Bivens. Make sure to bookmark that one for the tape at the end of the year. And now we have, I believe, a Hermon corner coming up.
Yes.
Tardy over there. 6th corner of the night here for the Hawks. Here's the delivery, and Bivens sprawls to it in the box, down to 2 knees to grab it. Bowles getting around the first defender, trying to find a lead pass to a teammate. Ball miss out of goal, runs into the attacking Eagles player who's down on the pitch. Incidental contact, says the referee, just both players coming into each other and colliding, but you had an Eagle staying down on the pitch with 4 minutes frozen on the clock here in the first half.
She's up now. Good to see.
To her feet, just trying to wait on a number to see who that was. And I believe that was Kaylee Bagley,
number 5.
senior midfielder.
She's made a few rushes here in the first half. Had a couple of Ellsworth 3 shots on goal.
Ran into a wall named Becca Balmas at the end of that run.
Both players going for the ball.
Back underway here with less than 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Johnson passing it over here, giving chase to Stewart, but again, just out of her reach.
Yeah, Stewart got to anticipate the deflection and kind of curved in to get it, and the ball never touched anybody. Wound up going out of bounds off the Hawks.
Throw in here by the Eagles, but it makes its way to the foot of Garrett in the midfield. Garrett to Lancaster. Lancaster, a nice weighted pass out wide. A touch inside, but no Hawk waiting for it, and Ellsworth gets the clearance.
Hawks so good at playing the angles on those passes.
Lancaster.
Throwing 2 defenders, and then the recipient able to read the play and go to where the ball's being kicked instead of the ball being kicked directly to him.
Relentless as well are these Hawks, as you just saw Lancaster there sprint back about 30 yards to retrieve possession. Old Town Redemption Center is the original redemption center of Old Town. For 30 years, family owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday. They have $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center. Find them at 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call 827-7887. Garrett sending it up to Ewer. Trying to get it out wide, and they do this time to Stewart. Stewart ahead of her defender, trying to get the early cross in. Finds the foot of Lancaster. Lancaster almost dummied one way, now gives it back to Garrett. Garrett from distance, and that kick is good. Just the wrong night for it. All right, Ernie, I've been told this is the replay we were looking for.
Well, okay, here we go.
We're backing up.
Now we're backing
up.
forward.
Now we're going forward.
Here's a shot by Tardy.
Yep, there's Tardy, and now.
Okay. Bivens goes up.
Come in.
Gets her fingers on it.
Hits the underside of the post there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Comes back down. It looks like her glove when she's going to grab the ball. It looks like the finger of the mitt.
It,
yeah.
hit the net first.
It looks like the finger of the mitt
Just
the
the only
net.
question is whether the ball is across the goal line.
How far into the goal is the ball at that point? Either way, whatever the case may be, 2-0 with less than 75 seconds remaining in this first half. Black Bear Nation, it's football season. You can join Maine football for the game day excitement, I should say, in Orono. The Black Bears host Stonehill for the home opener on September 13th. For tickets and more information, visit goblackbears.com. Go Blue. And at Bennett Auto Center, that's where you can experience the Bennett Auto Center difference, 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor, and at BennettAutoCenter.com. From 40 minutes to the final 40 seconds of this first half, thrown in by the Hawks. Garrett taking it towards the midfield, passing up ahead to Lancaster. Lancaster gets cut off on her way to the ball, and that allows Ellsworth to boot it in the opposite direction. Balmus scoops it up into her arms and boots it into the night sky with about 15 seconds left. Ewer plays it down. Bowles with a touch, trying to get around Garrett in the midfield. Bowles gets spilled with 7 seconds remaining. Not sure that there's time to get a kick away, though. And there is not. First half expires. The Hawks, 2 early goals, and it holds up through the first 40. At the intermission, it's Hermon 2, Ellsworth nothing. Don't go anywhere. Your halftime report coming up next on Ticket TV.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
My name's Mia, and McDonald's is helping me earn my degree. Through Archways to Opportunity, I can work and take college classes while receiving help with tuition payments. It's more than a job, it's my future. Apply today.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pottle Sports Complex here in Hermon. It is Game 1 of the high school sports season here in fall 2025. The Eagles and the Hawks on the pitch for Class B girls soccer, and it's Hermon with a 2-0 lead at the break. We begin the halftime show with a look at our fan cam presented by University of Maine Sports. And it's a wide one. You see quite a few fans out there along the way.
Yeah, not all of them, though. That's the visitor side of the field.
Yep.
That we're looking at. Benches on both sides, teams on both sides of the field.
There's a close-up on some fans.
A good crowd of Hermon folks here on the near side.
UMaine Athletics, the proud sponsor of our fan cam here on Ticket TV. All right, let's get into some of that first half action with a look at the highlights. It was a busy first half. The Hawks scoring twice there in the early going. Tardy just over 4 minutes into the game, as we'll see in these first half highlights.
Let's see the lead pass there, and there's Tardy running down the middle of the field. They had 3 defenders, and then Bivens comes out to try to cut off the angle, but unable to do so, and Hawks take a lead. Here's Tardy again off the foot of a Ellsworth defender, but Eagles finally able to clear. That was Jasmine Smith with the defensive play for the Eagles there to keep it at 1-0. Here comes Tardy on the right wing coming back across the middle. It hits the outside corner of the goal post. Tardy with a corner kick, and that one is saved. That's another shot saved by a defender. 2 shots saved by members of the Ellsworth defense. That time, Anna Herrick with the stop there. There's Tardy again, and there's the play we've all been kind of micromanaging there a little bit, but nice stop by Bivens, and there's another stop reaching back for the save. Bivens once again with 9 saves in the first half, 11 shots on goal for Hermon and 3 for Ellsworth. Balmas with 3 saves for the Hermon Hawks.
Yeah, and you see, especially at the latter part of that highlight package, just how wide the margin could be at half, if not for the effort of Bivens in goal and some of the goal line clearances from the Eagles defense.
2 goal line clearances, couple shots, couple posts. You get half of them, and there's a couple more goals, but Ellsworth hanging in there. And actually, Ellsworth, not with a lot of attempts late in the half, but a little bit more of control of the ball. Somewhat, so it wasn't constant pressure offensively by Hermon over the last 10-15 minutes of that opening 40.
So once again, Tardy at 35-52. It was Stewart at 26-51. I've got the corner count 6-2 in favor of Hermon. And You mentioned the shots on goal. Bivens has been busy back there.
Yeah, she's kept her team well. She's had some help. Bivens and the Ellsworth defense done a nice job of kind of keeping it in check, or keeping it within reason after the 2 goals in 13 and a half minutes to start the game.
That game, first half recap, I should say, the halftime recap brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes for takeout. Call 947-5000 or visit unos.com. Halftime highlights brought to you by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. And let's take a look at the broadcast schedule here coming up on Ticket TV. Game 1 of a busy fall season. Back at it tomorrow night at Cameron Stadium in Bangor for the opener on the gridiron between the Rams and, the Rams.
The Rams, Battle of the Rams. Deering at Bangor. Deering moving back up from Class B. Had a great year last year. Lost just twice. Made it to the B South Championship game. Bangor made it to the A North Championship game before being beaten by Portland. I think we were 5-6 was the total record, but did a nice job in the playoffs. And with a big senior class, Rams, I would suppose both Rams have high hopes for this season. So a big game starting out the season at the Class A football level over at Cameron Stadium in Bangor.
And then on to next week, back here on the soccer pitch, you have Brewer at Hamden Academy. That game on Tuesday at 6. We'll be back at Pottle Field next Wednesday for a 4 o'clock match between the Hermon boys and... I was wondering if
I have that. I know who that is.
All right.
That is the Caribou Viking.
All right, I knew it was someone up there. I don't know why I said
kind of hard to tell there, but it looks like somebody hadn't shaved in a while.
I knew it was from the county. I was just struggling to place exactly where that face has stared at me.
There's only 2 choices. You either got the Wildcat from Presque Isle or the Caribou Viking, but that's so Vinny the Vike.
And then on Thursday next week, we got MDI traveling to Old Town for some boys soccer at 6 o'clock. You are locked into the halftime show here on Ticket TV. The halftime show presented by the Furniture Gallery. Shop local at the Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham. Discover a huge selection, financing options, and more. Visit thefurnituregallerymaine.com or email sales@furnituregallerymaine.com. Like them on Facebook today. Ticket TV coverage also brought to you by Tiller and Rye, a local grocer located at 20 South Main Street in Brewer that is proud to offer products from right here in the great state of Maine. And we're brought to you by Orno and Callis IGA. Shop smart, shop local. At Orno, IGA, and Callis IGA, they appreciate the support from their local communities and are proud to support local Maine schools and student athletes on Ticket TV. Orno and Callis IGAs are hometown proud. 2-0 is our score in Hermon. The Hawks leading the Eagles at the break. Second half is coming your way next. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Class B North Girls Soccer on Ticket TV.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
I order your vehicle.
I appraise your vehicle. I sell you a vehicle.
I finance your vehicle.
I insure your vehicle.
I protect your vehicle.
I deliver your vehicle.
I order parts for your vehicle.
I repair your vehicle.
I paint your vehicle.
I service your vehicle.
I wash your vehicle. You'll do better at Darling's.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Black Bear Nation, it's football season. Join us for all the excitement of game day in Orono. For tickets to all Black Bear games, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-2327. Go Blue!
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Welcome back to the Poddle Sports Complex here in Hermon. Second half action just about to get underway between the Hawks and the Eagles. You see the teams in blue and white making their way back onto the pitch. It's Hermon 2 and the Eagles looking for their first goal here in 2025. The Growing Place helps families grow for less and polish your home in style for a fraction of retail costs. Check them out first. Check them out often. Do Green Sustainability is always trending at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. Our coverage on Ticket TV. Also brought to you by Bangor Tire Company. From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered. Since 1927, the best in tires and service. Find it at 514 Colebrook Road in Hermon or at bangortire.com. And Pat's Pizza Hamden. Whether you're watching or playing, soccer can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. Just waiting to make it official. There's the whistle. Bowles kicks it back, and the second 40 underway here in Hermon.
Well, at some point, Ellsworth, if they don't score soon, is going to have to make some adjustments strategically to try to put more players in the offensive end, but they won't do that for a while, I suspect, because they don't want to fall any further behind either. And while the score is just 2-0, we outlined there at halftime the number of chances that aren't showing up on the scoreboard that the Hawks have had between balls off the posts and stoppages by defenders for the Eagles. Could easily be 4-0 at this point.
A couple of bounces, 1 inch in either direction, and the Hawks could have a few more on the board as they try to make their first attack here in the second half, but a pass into the midfield gets picked off by Bowles. Bowles only sends it as far as Selleck. Selleck stepping up from that back line. Now over with the Ewers down below us. Ewers and Tardy trying a little give and go, but figured out by the Eagles D. Bowles trying to knock it forward, unable to do so.
Yeah, had a little give and go going with Bagley, but good defense by Hermon.
Pass ahead here for Tardy, just unable to get to it as Bivens able to scoop it off the turf. Back in play, down to the midfield where it's taken out of the sky by Lancaster. Stewart out wide, giving chase, but Ellsworth pushes the ball out of play.
You can see how both goalies here and how much they've improved since we saw them early last year. In terms of Balma, she gave up 2 quick ones in her first varsity start and goal, but has grown and grown to the point where she wound up with 12 shutouts last year. And Bivens thrown into the fire when the original starting goalie for Ellsworth was sidelined by injury, and she's been sharp here tonight.
That's Selleck, defender, continuing the attack forward and getting a rise out of the home fans. Ellsworth sends it up the middle of the pitch. Lila Ryan right now with the ball at her feet. Bowles jumps on it in space, trying to knock it out wide and find an angle.
Some good forward pressure by Ellsworth enables him to get a second chance at this possession.
Clough's attempted cross, knocked out of play, and the Eagles will have their third corner of the game. Looks like Bowles heading over under the scoreboard to trigger the delivery.
Yeah, she'll be hitting it into the breeze. You see the flag over there by her, pretty much outstretched.
Bowles with the run up. Her delivery met by a hawk. And now Hermon spinning out of there with the ball. Ella Johnson off and running up the far sideline.
Yeah,
Johnson around another defender. Look at her go. Not skipping a beat. Pass inside to Stewart. Stewart around her defender. Pass to Tardy. Gets through Bivens, and there's another goal line clearance from the Eagles.
How about Ella Johnson up the right sideline there?
Just a bullet.
She is quite the track player as well, or track athlete as well. Had a great freshman year for the Hawks. And you see that speed in action with the ball.
Tardy from distance, just over the crossbar and off the net out of the field of play.
Can't teach that speed.
No, she covered the distance of the pitch in less than 10 seconds.
She was faster with the ball than the defenders were without the ball.
Free kick here taken by an Eagle defender at the back. Into the midfield where Lancaster wins it back for the Hawks. Bowles trying to turn onto it. Bowles with the pass ahead and draws the call. Free kick here for the Eagles about 5 minutes into the second half. Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning has been your home in Bangor for over 30 years. Ask about their military and senior citizen discounts. Open 7 to 7, 7 days a week at 1001 Union Street in Bangor. Ticket TV coverage also brought to you by Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, family owned and operated since 2007 with 2 great locations, Route 2 in Hermon and Somerset Avenue in Pittsfield. Eagles trying to feel their way into the second half. Certainly did not have this share of possession at the start of the game.
No, but late in the first half and now into the second half, it's leveled off somewhat. Fewer scoring chances for the Hawks. Now the Eagles have not had a tremendous number of bids, but able to control the ball a little bit more.
Tardy giving chase at the other end. Couple of Eagles marking her. Switching on to the right foot. Tardy in the edge of the box. Snaps a shot away. It takes a deflection and will roll across the end line. Another Hermon corner. Number 7 of the evening for the Hawks.
There's no time for Ellsworth defensively to relax at all. When they've got the ball at their offensive end, the ball goes the other way so quickly that they have to do all that they can just to get back to prevent a break.
Tardy has delivered all the corners for Hermon. Here comes the latest, a header through the uprights. That was close with Bivens coming out trying to meet it, but out of play to the Eagles.
Looking for a number here on that, but good play. Just got under it a little bit in terms of the heading.
AM Construction and Roofing will help you protect your home from the top down. Serving Bangor, Machias, Ellsworth, Augusta, and beyond. Past customers earn $100 for referrals, and right now you can save $500 on any roofing project until the end of the year. Call 551-6235 today for your free quote.
It was Madison Stewart on the header there, off the corner kick.
Garrett trying to first control the ball and then survey her options. She opts for the shot and just beyond the net. That was not far from being ticketed to that far corner.
This? Yep, just a little bit high.
Was watching that on the monitor and was just waiting to see the net explode in the back, but it never did.
It was coming down, but just a little bit late. Garrett had an outstanding freshman year for Hermon last fall as well, and she's picking up where she left off as a threat, two-way threat, really.
Lancaster was trying to feed it out wide there to Johnson, unable to do so. Ellsworth trying to move it up the field through Bowles. Ella Johnson saying, nope, I'll take that from you.
No, but Bowles always draws a crowd.
Back on it there, intercepted by the Hawks. Tardy with some defense there. Jumping up to, well, she thought win possession. Either way, Hermon back onto it now. Here's Ewer. Ewer threw the ball right up through the middle. Stewart's on the end of it. Stewart, left-footed shot, steered wide by Bivens. Allie Bivens, allowed the two early ones, but she has been a brick wall back there for everything since.
Yeah, she's seeing the whole field really well in terms of the Hermon attack.
Garrett was waiting on the end of that pass, but it never got there. The Eagles able to stick a foot out, get it on the ball.
Hawks so good at just leading players to the net with the pass.
Doors Equipment is your local Kubota dealer, and they can help you with all your equipment needs. Visit doorsequipment.com. Hermon giving chase of the ball in open space. At Hillside Athletics, they're passionate about sports and feature cutting-edge equipment to help you better your game. Visit hillsideathletics.com for a full list of equipment, services, and training packages. 10 minutes off the clock here in this second half. Hermon 2, Ellsworth nothing.
Lila Ryan with the steal there near midfield for Hermon.
Tardy looping onto the ball effortlessly around one defender. Trying to squeeze it through a couple in the direction of Ewers. Almost got all the way back towards Stewart, and now heading in her direction, but too tall and out of play.
Those are the toughest plays for Bivens, the one where the ball is tipped en route. She can read the pass, but it's the tip you can't anticipate, but that time wasn't bothered by it.
The Fitch Company is where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters, all ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Visit them at thefitchcompany.com. Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales is the home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan. Route 1 in Hancock and at tonysfairwayauto.com. Lancaster down the far side, trying to pick out a teammate. She opts for the short pass to Garrett. Garrett spinning away from her defender. Left-footed shot was wide of the mark and off the hill.
Good defensive pressure, but Garrett seemingly can get a shot pretty much any time she wants.
We'll get ready to send you off to a picture-in-picture break here in just a moment. Keeping an eye on the action at Pottle Field. See if anything comes from this attack for the Hawks. First, though, Garrett racing towards the near corner, I should say. Gets the angle on her defender. Left-footed crosses in, but Bivens right there glued to the near post to snare it. All right, let's send you off to that break. Back here at Pottle Field with the commentary in just a couple of moments on Ticket TV.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
My name's Mia, and McDonald's is helping me earn my degree. Through Archways to Opportunity, I can work and take college classes while receiving help with tuition payments. It's more than a job, it's my future. Apply today.
Back here at Hermon, and you saw it unfold on the screen. We'll get you a replay for it in just a minute. Peyton Garrett celebrating her first goal of the year. Take another look. Jarrett finally finding some open space, a left-footed bullet into the back of the net.
Yeah, Madison Stewart did a lot of the work over on the right sideline. Eventually started to bring herself in toward the center, spotted Garrett near the middle of the field, got it to her quickly, and powerful shot by Garrett. Finally got it down low enough so he could go through the net. And first goal of the second half, and first goal in about 40 minutes of playing time.
Almost exactly. Stewart at 26:51. That goal at 26:55 of the second half.
Second assist for Stewart.
So the Hawks finally do get that third goal up on the board. They've been searching for that for about the last 40 minutes since they scored the second.
I think attacking from the wing probably helped. There weren't as many people to go help out on Garrett once she got the ball. It's basically a one-on-one situation.
There's a whistle on the far side in front of the Hermon bench. There'll be an Ellsworth free kick over there. Tim's Plumbing is where service is their specialty for all your plumbing needs. It's Tim's Plumbing. Call 735-4969 or visit timsplumbingmaine.com. Our coverage also brought to you in part by the Farmer's Table. For homestyle cooking, just like Mom makes it, it's the Farmer's Table, 15 Stetson Road in Corinna. Just inside of 26 minutes remaining tonight in Hermon. Bowles turns onto the ball, trying to go at this Hermon defense. Snaps a shot from just beyond 30 yards out, collected by Balmus.
First shot of the second half for the Eagles.
Ooh, Tardy with a takeaway. Tardy in open space. Shot is away, and it's just too tall. Natalie Tardy has been peppering the goal tonight.
Couple of feet too high here. Defense comes in, but too late. Blistering shot, probably a foot over the goal.
Right between
crossbar.
the two crossbars.
Yes, that's hard to do. Such a weapon. We mentioned last year Tardy with 20 goals and 11 assists to go with Stewart, 29 goals and 7 assists. We've seen that on display tonight. So far, they've accounted for 2 of the 3 goals and a couple of assists.
Tardy scored the opener, probably thinking to herself that she should have another 1 or 2 in the bag to go with it. She has been close several times here tonight.
Let's see who gets the call on that one. It's going to go against Ellsworth.
Tangled arms going the other way.
2 players battling position, for position. Cam Clow with the foul and Hermon with a restart. Oops.
Ooh, there's a player that goes to the turf.
Yeah, I didn't know that was going to be the
refs might have missed that one as Garrett nearly with another one from long range, but Bivens again Wise to the task.
Yeah, watch this shot here. It's kind of coming down late, destined for the back of the net, but Bivens there at the near post to make the save. Actually, technically her 10th save because 3 of those stops on shots on goal were made by defenders. I count them as team saves, but they're not individual saves. I don't know if that's
everybody doing their part.
Soccer rules, but it's
how we do it on Ticket TV.
It was a save because if it wasn't a save, it was going in the net on 3 different occasions.
Is that like team rebounding in basketball?
Yes, there you go. Although somebody makes a play here. Team rebound, the ball goes out of bounds.
Somebody's physically doing something here.
Right. Yeah, don't get me going on team rebounds. I'm not a big fan.
Here's Bowles going over along the far side to deliver the throw.
I guess you're going to call him something.
Into the box. Hermon's trying for the
clearance.
Nice snapshot away. Balmas has to go to the turf to collect it.
Yeah, that was Cameron Clow, the junior, with her best bit of the evening.
Knowlton Automotive is a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, family-owned and operated. Knowlton Auto provides guaranteed service at a fair price. 3297 Broadway in Kentuskeg and at knowltonautomotive.net. Our coverage on Ticket TV also brought to you by American-Made Home Goods. Stop by AMHG Works at 36 Springer Drive in Bangor. They're located in the Rennie's Plaza, and you can explore their incredible selection of USA-made products. AMHG Works, where American-made matters. Substitution here being made for the Hawks. Exiting the pitch is Devin Stanley. Coming on, just
21. Peyton Stevens, sophomore.
There we go.
Another sophomore for the Hawks, one of 6. 6 seniors, 4 juniors, 6 sophomores, 2 freshmen on the Hermon varsity roster.
Garrett trying to lead one for Ewer. Thrown in here by the Hawks. Tardy with a spin with the shot to the near post, and this one gets through. Bivens unable to grab the sinking liner, and Tardy finally gets to celebrate her second goal of the evening.
Yeah, watch this shot. Just low, curving away. Bivens seemingly had the near post pretty well covered, but Tardy found the right spot. Low, tough shot to go down and get. But Bivens, no shame there. But Tardy with her second goal of the night. And it's 4-0.
I don't know if you can hear it on our Ticket TV cameras, but we're getting a low flyover. Looked like a cargo
That's
plane
pretty impressive.
of some
Hermon
sort.
has it set up there for the flyover after the goal.
Yep.
Yeah.
That thing buzzed us here in the tower at the Pottle Sports Complex. I saw it coming up across the field, emerging from the tree line, and
that was pretty close.
That thing was rather large in the sky, a little bigger than the dot that planes normally appear as.
Up where I live, I'm in the flight path of the life flight helicopter that goes to the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, but and it can be loud at times. It's pretty low, but nothing like that, I'll tell you.
Just a little rattling of the press box here with the Hawks up 4-0.
That's a couple of goals in about, 5 minutes of time, 6 minutes of time to break this open. Ellsworth has done a pretty good job of settling the game down, but just shows you how explosive Hermon is offensively.
Second half is officially half over, 20 minutes off the clock. Hermon on top 4-0. Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by the Back Alley Bar and Grill. If you're hungry after the game, swing by the Back Alley Bar and Restaurant inside Family Fun Bowling Center. The Back Alley, where good times roll, and so do the bowling balls. Find them at 15 Hildreth Street in Bangor, online at thebackalley.restaurant.com.
I give Maya Lancaster a lot of credit defensively. She's kind of the initial defender against Lizzie Bowles, and Bowles is doing everything she can to create opportunities to get the shots, but Lancaster won't let her free, and then in the rare occasion that Bowles is able to get around her, the help is coming from the defensive end, and so Bowles unable to really mount much of an offensive threat here, at least near the goal. She has been successful controlling the ball in the midfield, but nothing closer.
Ellsworth tries to thump one down towards their attacking end. Headed away by a Hermon defender. Garrett sends that one down in the direction of Bivens as we dip inside of 19 minutes remaining. Here's a look at the live events coming up this week and weekend on 92.9 The Ticket. Tonight it is the NFL season opener coverage getting underway. The kickoff at 8:20 between the Cowboys and the reigning champion Philadelphia Eagles. Tomorrow afternoon, not a 12:35 start time. That would be an 8:10, I believe, the coverage begins. 9:10 first pitch out in the desert. You got Peyton Tolley taking on Eduardo Rodriguez to begin the series in Arizona. Saturday's game is at 7:10, the first pitch. Sunday, coverage starts at 3:10, first pitch at 4:10, followed by Sunday Night Football, Ravens at Bills. Oh, it is nice to be talking about football.
Boy, that's a game for the AFC Championship in September.
It really is, yeah. Here come the Hawks again. Tardy bringing it back towards the midfield. Now trying to skip it up ahead, but offside for the Hawks.
First offsides call of the night, I think.
Oh, boy, Ernie, we got to look at the new pictures now.
Oh, they're so much better.
They're very bright.
Oh, my goodness.
You can see us. Yeah, check out the Morning Roast. Weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. Start your day the right way. They're all touching in the drive where we're not quite that friendly.
We're more antisocial.
Yeah, we're a little more antisocial.
Somebody should have told me to stand up straight.
A cast of characters right there.
No, that's rough.
Weekdays 4 to 6 p.m.
I just make Jim look good.
I may or may not have forgot that we had picture day on that day, and that's why I'm the one out of the 8 wearing a hat.
You know something? I wound up with a hat.
We all did, I thought, at one point.
I did.
But we used the one where it's just me.
Just you. Oh, the hat guy. Okay. I know him. I'll have to have a chat about that picture.
16:45 and counting here in Hermon. Remaining in tonight's season opener. Coverage brought to you in part by RT Electrical. If you need a trusted electrician, call RT Electrical LLC. Owner Ryan Trudeau is fully insured and ready for your residential or commercial projects. New construction, remodels, panel replacements, generators, lighting, data, and EV chargers, whatever you need, RT Electrical has you covered. Like them on Facebook or call 694-1564 today.
Ellsworth able to get the ball down near its offensive end line, but good job by Hermon defensively to see to it that the ball went out of bounds off the Eagles, and as a result, Ellsworth not able to get off a shot.
Hawks taking the goal kick short and working their way up the sideline. Some new players onto the pitch. Kyla McCannell with a touch right there. Up ahead, this is Elsa Ewer. Able to keep it in play, but Ellsworth jumping onto it. Garrett still in the game, making things happen in the midfield. McCannell gives chase. Her first attempted cross deflected out, and that'll be a throw.
Elsa Ewer, number 6, into the game now for Hermon, younger sister of Tessa, number 7.
Follow Ticket TV on social media at 929 The Ticket on X, 92.9 The Ticket on Facebook, 929 The Ticket on Instagram. Bivens making the slow walk with the ball in her hands. 14:40 and counting here in Hermon.
Ooh.
Ewer just wasn't quite sure what to do with that ball. Let it go after it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where she wasn't moving at the time.
Yeah.
Usually they're moving into the reception of the pass, but that time she was right there, and it was coming at her very quickly. Not too much time to make that decision.
Auto Radiator Services has been serving the greater Bangor area for over 50 years. For general maintenance, repairs, and specialty services like remote car starters, call 942-4554 or stop by at 568 Hammond Street in Bangor. Mainstay Skincare. If you want to look and feel your best, find Dr. Shannon Allen. She blends medical precision with an artistic touch, helping you achieve natural, lasting results. Visit 12 Schumann Avenue, Suite 7 in Augusta, or visit online at mainstayskincare.com. Mainstay Skincare, where the science of beauty is perfected. Sorry. We are in the dark here as that one's lobbed into the back of the net.
It's our own goal, I think.
Yeah, the Hawks are celebrating it. We'll have to take another look at exactly where the deflection came from.
Oh, it was sent in.
Yeah, off the left foot of number 16, Anna Herrick. Off the left foot of Herrick, off the cross from, well, let's see. You had Stewart in the area. Herrick with the own goal. 13:26, the time of that own goal. The 5th on the board for the Hawks.
So does the person nearest it get credit?
No, traditionally in soccer, and a flagrant own goal like that is just the own goal.
Yep.
In order to get credit, you kind of have to send it in direction of the net, and then it takes the deflection from there. Passed ahead here by Ellsworth. They're looking for their first of the season. Chance here. A shot is in, and Balmus with the save going to the turf. Hard fall there, too, by the Ellsworth attacker. Trying to get a number there. I believe that was Kaylee Bagley, senior midfielder, making the run down the length of the pitch.
She has had, and particularly in the first half, she had 2 or 3 nice rushes there, and that was required the biggest save of the night for Becca Balmus to go down and get it. And to give her credit, you know, you're kind of watching the other team play, your teammates play offense all night. You have to be ready for those kind of plays, and she was. And indeed, that was Bagley on the scoring attempt there. Hermon had 3 defenders back there, but...
yeah, Balmus right now, 12 minutes and 20 seconds away from a clean sheet. What did you say? She had about 75% clean sheets last year, 12 of 16 or something?
Yeah, 12 shutouts, counting 2 in the playoffs.
Okay.
In the Northern Maine tournament, she had 2 shutouts and allowed 1 goal in the regional final to Madomic Valley. Matter of fact, they shut out Ellsworth in the quarterfinals 3-0.
Well, settling for a 667 clean sheet percentage. Not the worst thing in the world.
What she had 10 in the regular season and 12 overall. They wound up 15-3, so 12 out of 18 indeed is 667, isn't it?
Tardy still out there, looking for the hat trick at this point. The left-footed shot goes wide. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedules here for these teams. Ellsworth, they are back on the pitch next Wednesday, taking on John Baptist as they host the Crusaders at 6. Home match against Caribou next Saturday at 1:30, and then they're at Foxcroft on the 16th, home against Belfast on the 22nd.
Babs coming off a good year last year.
Yes. Hermon Hawks look like this. Their next time out is against Caribou next Tuesday at 5:30, then a trip to MDI the following Tuesday. We'll have a contest against John Baptist right here on Ticket TV from Pottle Field on the 18th, and on the 20th, they make the trip to Presque Isle. Looked like for a second there another chance for the Hawks. Garrett jumps on the loose ball, not wanting to waste the opportunity. She dances around 3 or 4 defenders, but then the ball just far enough in front of her to allow the defense to clear. Looking for trucks or heavy equipment? Hildreth Street Auto and Equipment, located at 2209 Route 2, is your one-stop shop. Again, I'm reading these in the dark, so I'm trying to pick out the words as we go. Skid steers and bulldozers to dump trucks and excavators. Buy, rent, or consign with confidence. Call 951-1514 or visit hildrethstreetauto.com today. Coverage also brought to you by Maniac Snack and Sniffin' Shack. Burgers for you, biscuits for Bowser. Maniac Snack Shack and Sniffin' Shack, because best friends snack together. Find both in Levant and on Facebook. Tasty treats for humans and hounds.
So that's 2 separate businesses and all in the same business, huh?
All in
one.
one.
Snack and Snack Shack?
It's a mouthful.
Yes. Doggy delights.
Inside of 10 minutes here in Hermon, the Hawks opening up the 2025 season with a victory.
Or with a lead, at least.
Well, yeah, I'm going out on a limb there. 9:32 remaining in the 5-0 victory. Looking to add to it.
Yeah, they certainly have controlled the first 70 minutes of this contest. No reason to think that will change. I think it's more a reflection of Hermon, though. I don't know if there's going to be too many teams in Eastern B that are going to be able to
hang with the Hawks this year.
The quickness that they have, I mean, skill level as well, but team speed. They can get back on defense, and they can really put on a lot of pressure offensively.
Well, you know something. You mentioned the 15-3 record last season, and a lot of schools look at that as one of the best in program history. Here at Hermon, it's like, oh, yeah, we won 15 out of 18. That's just kind of what they do.
That was a pretty young team last year too, and a down year is 15-3 and going to the States. You know, so I have it in my head right now because I think I wrote it down, but threw away the piece of paper that since the start of the 2019 season, Hermon's record is something on the order of 71 wins, 9 losses, and 1 tie. And you figure that 4 or 5 of those are state championship losses.
Yeah. They had the long multi-year win streak as well, right here on the home turf that was knocked out a few seasons back. Tardy charging up through the middle. Tried to steal one on net, and it forces a diving Bivens to keep it out.
Yeah, she's earned her pay tonight. Not that they get pay in high school. No NIL, I don't believe, at the high school level. But she's had a nice game there in net for the Eagles.
From Friday Night Lights to the roar of the soccer crowd, Sweet Frog is your go-to game day treat. Stop by 878 Sweet Bee, Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. And pile on the fun with froyo and ice cream and all your favorite toppings. Sweet Frog, where sports and sweets always win. Stewart, feisty in that midfield, the freshman, winning the ball back a couple of times. Now it's the elder Stewart on it. Number 17 passing it forward. Garrett, a little bit of space. Out wide. Played to McCannell. McCannell trying to get around her defender. And Ellsworth finds the clearance. Played out. It'll be another Ellsworth throw here as they advance up the sideline. Frost chasing after that ball. Frost gets run through from behind, but no call as it's back up with Tardy. Tardy trying to get around her defender. Now passing it off.
Ooh.
Give and go, Stewart to Garrett. The Eagle defense, a nice job of converging on Garrett to stop the move. But the Hawks keep the ball out wide. Cross comes in. Play down in the box. Shot off the football upright. And again, Hermon just a little too tall on that latest effort.
There is good rush to the net there by Stewart, Madison Stewart. Shot high in traffic. Give a little credit, too, to number 2 for Ellsworth.
Lambert, yeah.
So, she was, again, a first-team all-conference defender last year. And she has done a nice job in terms of challenging the likes of Tardy and Stewart and Garrett as they attack near the net. She was on defense on that last play before the shot was taken.
And the problem is for her and the rest of this Eagle defense, a lot of challenges presented by the Hermon attack.
Yeah, there's a lot of weapons out there, and then the leaders of them, you know they're going to score goals.
Yeah.
The numbers say that, and it's still tough to stop them.
A little give and go there, a touch for the younger Ewer. Tardy from distance puts that one through the uprights as she keeps hunting for that hat trick goal.
See, I don't know how. I don't see enough girls' soccer games to know, but I mean, she's been blasting shots with the left foot all night, and then she comes up there and blasts one with the right foot, and has.
Says I can do it both.
It's like somebody learning how to dribble in basketball.
Yeah.
You learn it with your one hand that you use all the time, and sometimes you're much weaker with the other hand until you've played enough. But she shows the capability either way and makes her harder to guard.
Here's another attempt driven in and collected by Bivens. Inside the final 4 minutes here. For over 40 years, Union Street Towing has been serving the greater Bangor area. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, and roadside services such as lockouts and jump starts. They're fully licensed and insured. You can call Union Street Towing at 942-4200.
It's now 19 shots on goal for Hermon, and then you probably throw in another 15 or so of near misses and
just threats,
crossbars and defenders clearing them.
Stevens watching that one out of play. Pass up the sideline, giving chase after it goes Ewer. Elsa can't get there. The Eagles to it. You mentioned Lambert. There she is with the defending. If you've got a craving, try Sweet Cheeks Bakery, 24-hour bakery that has you covered. Now open at Holden, Verona Island, Ellsworth, and their newest location in Newport. Coming soon in Bucksport as well. They have cookies, cupcakes, pies, pastries, all your favorites, always ready. Visit sweetcheeksbakes.com or find them on Facebook. Here come the Hawks again as we approach 2 minutes remaining. Looking for one final goal. Oh, give and go has it at the foot of
nice.
That's a Ewer to Ewer give and go.
Oh!
And Elsa has a goal. How about that? Elsa to Tessa, back to Elsa, the Ewer connection for the 6th Hawk goal of the evening.
Yeah, that was a great play there. Backed by the fact there's sister on sister action.
Special moment there for the Ewers.
Freshman notching her first goal.
First game, first goal. Not a bad start to the high school career.
So 3 goals in each half now for the Hawks.
Just a bit of symmetry for Hermon.
Well, that was just a well-organized play. Again, passing, setting up their recipient by leading them with the pass. And
Hawks don't look finished yet. Down to 90 seconds remaining. That cross goes behind. Again, one of the better performances by a keeper that allows 6 goals through. Allie Bevins has done her part tonight.
Getting to the point now where you kind of think about the fact it might even be double digits if she hadn't been able to stop a few with major saves.
Ellsworth bumps it up the sideline towards their bench. Inside the final minute of the season opener here in Hermon. Bulls trying to turn on the ball, but denied by Lancaster. Sent deep by Ellsworth with about half a minute remaining. as the teams give chase and send it out of play along the far sideline. Down to the final 10 seconds as that ball's poked away and played out of play. Final seconds will tick off. The Hermon hands start making noise. The Hawks off to a 1-0 start in 2025. 6-0, the victory over the Ellsworth Eagles to open the season in Class B Girls North Soccer and to open our fall season here on Ticket TV. 6-0 the final tonight in Hermon. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show's coming your way next on Ticket TV.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you. And with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities. And right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
I order your vehicle. I appraise your vehicle. I sell you a vehicle.
I finance your vehicle.
I insure your vehicle.
I protect your vehicle.
I deliver your vehicle.
I order parts for your vehicle.
I repair your vehicle.
I paint your vehicle.
I service your vehicle.
I wash your vehicle. You'll do better at Darling's.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
Welcome back to Pottle Field here in Hermon. The Hawks victorious 6-0 over the Ellsworth Eagles to open up the 2025 high school soccer season here on Ticket TV, where our coverage is presented in part by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a deer. We welcome you into the post-game show, the McDonald's post-game show, presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer. They're hiring for early mornings and late nights. Start at $17 and up, and search for these locations at jobs.mchire.com. Mark Paulette and Ernie Clark with you to put the finishing touches on this opening night broadcast here on Ticket TV. Let's get after the game highlights presented by Next Home Experience. 3 goals in the first half, 3 goals in the second half. Tally up to 6 for the Hawks, Ernie.
Yeah, lead pass for Natalie Tardy here on the break and gets it past Bivens to make it 1-0. That came about 13 minutes into the contest. There's Tardy again kicking it in. Ball deflects off an Ellsworth defender and nearly put in by Madison Stewart, but couldn't get there quite in time. There's the goal there by Stewart. Make it 2-0. Hermon. Tardy again with a threat, that time off the side post just under the crossbar, but off. Tardy with the corner kick. Ball was cleared away by number 16 of Ellsworth. That Anna Herrick?
Yep.
Prevent one from going in. Here's Tardy again all over the place with the shots. That time, Bivens goes up high and makes a save, tips it off the bottom of the crossbar. Here's another save, makes the initial stop, then reaches back to catch it in the air before it goes across the goal line. 2-0 at halftime. I think I said 3-0 a few moments ago. It was 2-0 at halftime. There's Bivens again, and this time getting some help again from another defender. There's Garrett over the top, just over the top. Here's Stewart. Nice save again by Bivens. Pass to Garrett. That's a nice pass. And then the deadly shot inside the far post. There's Balmas with her best save of the night. She made, I believe, 6 she had on the game. Oh, there's a nice shot there. Just a beautiful shot there by Tardy, I believe.
Yeah, that was her second.
Yeah, and there's an own goal there. As Stewart carried it in, passed it off. It was tipped in off a defender. And there is the Ewer to Ewer. Elsa Ewer off the pass from Tessa to round out the scoring. Final score, Hermon 6 and Ellsworth nothing.
Yeah, great capper for the Hawks there on that Ewer sister connection on the 6th and final goal of the night. Post-game highlights presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. All right, from the highlights now, we move to the game recap. We just told you about the goal scorers. What other numbers do you have, Ernie?
Well, very unofficial, of course, but shots on goal, Hermon 21 and Ellsworth 6. Saves 16 for Ellsworth. I believe that's 13 for Bivens, and 3 other shots cleared away by defenders. 6 for Becca Balmas of Hermon. 12 shutouts last year. Stats off her first, second season as a starter. She's a junior with 6 saves and a shutout here. And then corner kicks were 8 for Hermon and 3 for Ellsworth.
That game recap brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. For takeout, call 947-5000 or visit unos.com. Time now to present our play and player of the game. We'll begin with the play of the game. And Max Pottle down in the ticket truck can take it away with that highlight.
Yeah, here's the pass from Stewart to Peyton Garrett. Takes one dribble and then slams it past Bivens, who read the play correctly, just couldn't get to the post in time to make the save. Stewart unofficially with a couple of assists, by the way, to go with a goal. So she had a big night as well.
As did Garrett, too. You saw the goal there, but she was active all over the midfield, starting a lot of those runs for the Hawks, coming close on a few other attempts as well. So just the one in the scorebook at the end of the game, but could have been many more for Garrett and the rest of the Hawks.
She had a half a dozen dangerous shots, some nice passes to set up teammates for additional shots, and then you mentioned her play around the midfield in terms of ball control and setting the offense in motion. Very impressive.
Play of the game brought to you by Quirk Auto Group. Now for the player of the game. Ernie, where are we heading with this one?
I'm going to go with Natalie Tardy. I mean, we just showed the highlights of the game, and she was in on about half of them with dangerous threats, and here she is here being led on a pass from Stewart. And look at her just explode past defenders here. Gets that ball on her left foot. Bivens comes out. Tardy goes wide side into the open net. Here she is again, this time just turning on a defender. And just, again, you got to appreciate the pace of the shot there. It's in slow motion, but gee, that was an absolute blast. Bivens read it correctly, but again, just too hard from about 20 yards out and stuck it inside the near post for her second goal of the night.
Natalie Tardy, our player of the game, 2 goals tonight, now 65 for her career as a Hermon Hawk. Player of the game is presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Ticket TV coverage also presented by Darlings. Darlings in Bangor has you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, Volkswagen, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models, plus all of their used makes. Visit darlings.com. All right, next up in our post-game show, we got to take a look at the live events this week on 92.9 The Ticket. The NFL season kicks off tonight. Cowboys and Eagles in just, at this point, it's got to be a matter of minutes, right?
Just before 8 o'clock now, right? 7:52.
Yeah, 7:52, so we're about 28, 27 minutes away from kickoff of the NFL season. Tomorrow night, the Sox and Diamondbacks open up a series in the desert. It is actually a 9:10 first pitch tomorrow night, I believe. 8:10 coverage time on The Ticket. Saturday, coverage begins at 7:10, first pitch an hour later. Sunday, 3:10 pregame, 4:10 first pitch. And then Sunday night football to round out the weekend on The Ticket. Ravens at Bills in a potential AFC championship game preview to open up the year. Our coverage brought to you by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop service, your one-stop for office equipment and office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. We're also brought to you by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, they've been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car. And book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Only a couple more pieces of housekeeping here in our post-game show. Here's a look at our broadcast schedule coming up on Ticket TV. Tomorrow night, we begin Friday Night Lights on the gridiron. Rams versus Rams. Bangor hosting Deeren over at Cameron Stadium in Bangor.
Yeah, Class A matchup. Both teams with high hopes. Deering had a great season last year. Made it to the South B championship game, and they've moved back up by enrollment to Class A. And then Bangor been steadily growing behind this current senior class. Made it to the A North championship game last year, lost to Portland. Portland went on to defeat Thornton Academy to win the state championship, but Bangor's back with a good senior class, strong senior class led by Kyle Johnson, the quarterback, and they're going to look to get off to a good start in what will be a challenging game for them at Cameron Stadium.
We've got you for that soccer fix midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Some action from the pitch on Ticket TV. Brewer at Hamden Boys, Tuesday at 6. Caribou at Hermon Boys, Wednesday at 4. MDI at Old Town Boys, Thursday at 6. Only thing left to do tonight from our season opener here on Ticket TV is to give credit to the production crew around the Pottle Sports Complex. Max Pottle directing and producing down in the truck. Matt Cunha was our lone camera operator. RJ Novio, the assistant director, running the scoreboard as well. And Ernie Clark hanging out up in the booth with me.
Hey, good first game for us.
Not bad at all. Good one for the Hawks as well. 6-0, the final tonight in Hermon, with the Hawks defeating the Ellsworth Eagles. This has been High School Soccer on Ticket TV.
High School Sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. High School Sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Main Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town in Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Eastern Maine Community College, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. High School Sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket.